Now let's hear from our guy, Johnson Wagner, who's out there at number 1. The world wants to know, what do you think of the rough, Wags?
Rich, it is absolutely brutal out here. I completely agree with Colin Morikawa. And I, too, went to the equipment trucks this week, and I got a 9-wood, so I'm looking forward to trying that. We're right here on number 1 in the right rough. And there's only a few holes out on this golf course where if you're in the rough, you feel like you can bounce something all the way up to the green. I would say it's holes 1, 10, maybe your third shot on 12, and hole 15. And I've seen various different shots out of this rough. Eric Van Rooyen today hit one of the best shots I've seen, but he said it's the best lie he's had. So I've got a 9-iron in my hand. I'm about 190 yards out, 170 to the front here on the first. This is a lie. I feel like I can go ahead and hit the 9-iron. I really only need to carry this about 120 yards with some chase, maybe 100 yards. And as we all know, this first fairway is straight downhill. But the problem is, as Colin Morikawa said, controlling the direction, because this stuff grabs the heel and is going to turn the club face over. So to combat that, I like to start with the club face just a little bit open. The key to this as well is if you try to get too much and miss the fairway and you end up in the rough again, you're basically hitting the same shot. Got to keep the wrist really strong through impact as well. Oh, get left. Oh, there's somebody on the green. I think that's got a chance to get all the way down there. This rough isn't so bad. Is it getting on the green there?
That might be one of the best shots he's ever hit.
Oh, it's over the green.
On TV.
That's an example there of the firmness, Rich. That's the point I'm making. See that? He's hit a world-class shot there, and he's got a brutal up and down. That's why the scoring on firm conditions will be as difficult as it could be. Go ahead, Wags. Well done. Good exhibition 1. Exhibit 1.
Well, thank you. And so now I feel like 9-wood may be too much, but the ball's sitting down a little bit more. And I've seen Tyrrell Hatton and guys really rip down on these 9-woods, and it just pops the ball up and gets it chasing like you need to here on the first. So pretty excited about this 9-wood. Oh, that's even better, but it's gone.
He's flushing it. He's just showing off.
I don't think that one's going to stay on there either.
Oh, they're both great shots.
Over the back again.
They're both, to Paul's point, tough scrambling pars.
What I think is pretty cool, this hole, I've seen a lot of guys, Zach Blair, Tony Finau, post some images of them putting the ball onto the green from this fairway. So I thought we'd have just a little bit of fun with that and try to knock it on with the putter, since it's the best club in my bag. Now we're probably 130 yards out to the front edge of the green. And you cannot take a divot. I just watched the maintenance staff come out and fill them all. Get on down there. That may take a while. I don't think I hit it hard enough. I'll let you know what that does later, Rich. Look at this thing go.
This is really one of the cool aspects of this golf course is the way you have to use the ground and the contours.
This, Rich, this is still going. There's a big contour right ahead of him there. Go on, another 2 yards, and he's going to catch it. Oh, just short of it.
Wags, you think this is the...
I have to say, I'm a big fan of the 9-wood out of the rough. That was incredible how good that ball came up and out, and very impressive.
Do you think, is this the worst rough you've ever seen in all the years you've been playing and commentating the game? And
the only time I can think I've seen worse rough was when I played here in 2007 in the U.S. Open, and it absolutely ate my lunch. I think I shot 81-77 and was out of here on Friday night. So the only other time anything has even been close was that year for me, and Colin Morikawa said it as well. It's not so much the length of it as is the density and the thickness of the blades. It is just really hard to get down and through.
Now, critics love to say that there's no skill coming out of the rough. You just told us the adjustments you made in your setup, et cetera, how you hit these shots. You hit 2 nice shots. Would you argue with them and say there is skill, that it does take skill to get out of this rough and strength?
It takes skill, it takes strength. You have to be able to read the lie and not try to get too much out of it. If you think you can do something and you're really confident in it, I think it's worth a go. But if you get one of these balls that goes to the ground and is pitch out, you've just got to make good decisions. And I think there's definitely skill involved in that, because the key to this golf tournament this week Randall, is going to be avoiding double bogeys. And if you put yourself in the rough time and time again and keep trying to get too much out of it, you're going to make double bogeys. So I think that in itself is a skill. Yes, I would argue with the critics.
A lot of guys putting the 9-wood, 7-woods in, 3 irons coming out of the bags for the most part, Wags.
That's what I'm seeing. I've seen a few guys with 3 irons, but I think it's become sort of a trend on tour in the last couple of years, seeing a lot more 7-woods, and it's for this very reason. It's easier to hit high, it's easier to hit soft, and coming out of this rough, it just gets through that grass a little bit better.
All right, Wags, we will see you in a little bit. You're going to take on the 8th hole at 300 yards.
Are you?
Nice little par 3.
Can you get it there, Wags, you think? Can you get it there?
Not going to be a 9-wood, I'll tell you that. Not going to be a 9-wood, Randall.